પાછળથી વ્રજ નિતેશ તમને રેકોર્ડિંગ દેખાય છે ખરા? Okay, fine.
Started recording, sir.
Okay. So now let us start today's lecture because we wait around 10 minutes for others, but only 2 students are there. Let us start. Just I am sharing my PPTs over here. Are you able to see the share screen? Raj?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Raj, your...
Hello.
Hello. Nitesh. Raj is on hold, I think.
सर देखा हाँ सर देखा છે સ્ક્રીન देखा છે તમારી.
Okay. So in previous lecture we just discussed about the theory or the working principle of the reaction turbine and what is the difference between the impulse turbine and the impulse reaction turbine, right? And how to draw the pressure velocity diagram. See, this is pressure velocity diagram, right? It is not a velocity diagram. Even we can draw here pressure enthalpy diagram. Nitesh, just you mute your mic. Okay, fine. So here you see here pressure and velocity diagram. Instead, we can even draw, instead of pressure, we can plot the enthalpy line also. So here we can plot enthalpy line. You try it at your own. So you try to draw here enthalpy line in addition to this diagram, right? Now, next one is the even this is also we discussed, and now about the velocity diagram, how to draw the velocity diagram of this. Let's take one impulse velocity diagram and just copy it over here. Right now you see here point G. Now let us discuss about the fundamental. And here when we consider about the impulse and reaction turbine, there's a reaction force is acting on the blade and the impulse force is acting on the blade. So that is the resultant force which is acting on the blade, which is total of these two. So ultimately the direction of the reaction force is a little bit different than the impulse force and reaction force because of the addition of these two. Now you see that dotted portion. So that separates the impulse force or say impulse diagram, a blade velocity diagram of the impulse force here. And that extension shows the reaction that increasing the relative velocity because of the reaction. See, when steam is entering in the blade, that is with the velocity, absolute velocity, that is leaving from the nozzle. When that blade is moving with the velocity u, that will enters over here with the velocity c1. Let us here use the c instead of the v, because in thermodynamics generally v is used for the volume. So here c1 is here ground, that is the cr1 and that is the c1, and angles accordingly you know that, right? That is for the impulse turbine. Now when it is passed through the nozzle, moving nozzles, that steam will again expand it. So what happens about the relative velocity? That relative velocity will increase. See, this is the magnitude. Same magnitude is over here. Suppose because of the plate friction, it is reduced by some value. Suppose 20% is reduced. And now rest of that velocity, that is the output of that impulse turbine. So what should be the, if it is pure impulse turbine, that will be the absolute velocity of the steam at outlet. But because of the expansion of steam here, uh, see, this is the line of the absolute velocity which is increased by the expansion of the steam in the nozzle. Suppose enthalpy drop in the nozzle is delta H over here. This is the enthalpy drop. Let us go through the diagram here. Suppose this is the expansion of steam in the nozzle, fixed nozzle, and 1 to 2 is the expansion of the steam or enthalpy drop of the steam in the blades, moving blades, or that is the actual enthalpy drop in the blades, right? Because of that enthalpy drop, steam will expand in the blades, right? So because of that expansion, that kinetic energy which was at the end of the, also which was at the leaving point of the moving blade, that was the CR2 because of the impulse blades. Now, if we consider the reaction blades, uh, that kinetic energy will be added, which is due to the enthalpy drop in the blade here. So instead of the CR1, CR2, we will get CR2 dash, right? So what happens, that velocity will increase, absolute velocity, and because of that, this creates the reaction force, because here change in momentum, right? Velocity increases, so that gives the reaction force, and that gives the impulse force. So ultimately, that total velocity will component multiplied with the mass flow rate, that will gives you the force exerted because of the impulse force plus reaction force. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that purple line shows the velocity, relative velocity increases because of the expansion of the steam in the moving nozzles. And that value of that increasing in the relative velocity, that is equivalent to the kinetic energy difference, or say kinetic energy increment, because of the reduction of the enthalpy in the plates. So we can calculate this by using the kinetic energy difference here. Suppose the CR1, CR2 dash, that is the kinetic energy of the steam. CR2 dash, that is the relative velocity of the steam when it is leaving from the blade due to the impulse force without reaction effect. And CR2, suppose, that is the velocity, relative velocity of steam leaving from the blade because of the expansion. So the difference between these two, that is the increasing in the velocity because of the expansion of the steam in the blade. So if we do that, velocity square by 2 means CR2 square by 2 minus CR2 dash by 2, that will be the amount of kinetic energy increases, kinetic energy of steam increases due to the expansion of the steam in the moving nozzles only. So that purple portion shows the difference of the velocity, right? So instead of this, that was in the impulse case, now that will become a reaction phase. So you see that the magnitude of velocity, absolute velocity is also increases, as well the angle is also changed, right? Now that increased velocity steam again pass through the blade, right? And it is again expansion through the nozzles, and again moving blades, and again change. Okay, so that will repeat it again and again. Because of that, we'll get proper, or say identical diagram. You see, it's look like identical diagram. Identical જેવું દેખાય છે? reply now.
So with the increased velocity, it is identical.
Yes. So these two are the identical, right? So are possible to say in case of the reaction turbine only. Now let us. This is about the overview and how velocity diagram we can draw over here. Just you how to draw first. So turn by turn આપણે જોઈએ. આપણે આ બનાવતા તો શીખી ગયા inlet velocity triangle. From the nozzle velocity, fixed nozzle velocity, you can calculate the steam velocity at the nozzle outlet and angle of the nozzle here. Uh, uh, Nowadays, okay. બરાબર છે. Now you know how to draw the inlet
Yes,
velocity
sir.
triangle. If you know the amplitude or velocity of the steam relieving from the nozzle and the angle alpha 1, you can draw this line. Now from the rotor RPM, you can draw or you can find out the value of U, velocity of the blade over here, right? That black line indicates that is you can find by the equation 2 pi n by pi d n by 60. That pi d n by 60 is equivalent to the U. Here d is a mean diameter of the rotor, and you know the mean diameter equation, tip diameter plus root diameter by 2. That will be the mean diameter, and diameter by 2, that will be radius, right? Here pi d n by 60, n is the RPM, revolution per second, minute, and by 60, so that n by 60 converts it into the revolution per second, right? So here pi d n by 60, that is equal to the U and alpha 1 and this orange line. Now by combination of these three dimensions, magnitude, angle, and again U, you can draw that line and you will get the angle of the blade here. If you don't know the beta 1, you can find out over here, or if you know beta 1 and if you don't know that, again you can find. So any three parameters you can draw inlet triangle. That is like a impulse turbine inlet diagram. Now changes in the outlet velocity diagram or outlet velocity triangle. Here from beta 2, if you know that beta 1 equal to beta 2, or if you know the beta 2 value, you can draw this line. Now you have the blade friction factor K. So from K you can find out the value of this. If you know the CR1, inlet relative velocity of blade, from the diagram, you can find out CR2, because CR2 by CR1 equal to K. So you can find out this magnitude as well if angle is given, and if angle is not given, some hints also given in the numerical. Now CR2 dash, this is the CR2 dash, that is the velocity of steam because of the steam having the kinetic energy when it is entering in the blade. જ્યારે મૂવિંગ પ્લેટ ની અંદર સ્ટીમ એન્ટર થાય ત્યારે એની જે કાઇનેટિક એનર્જી છે, એ કાઇનેટિક એનર્જી થી જે તમને રિલેટિવ વેલોસિટી આ સાઈડ મળશે, that is CR2, right? That is the kinetic energy which is achieved by the fixed nozzle, right? Now when it is passed through the moving nozzles, in case of the reaction turbine, again its velocity will increases by certain values. Now how to find out this? Suppose enthalpy drop in the blade, that is the delta HB. What is this? It is delta HB. It is the enthalpy drop in the moving blades. So delta HB equal to the kinetic energy difference, and here kinetic energy difference means the actual kinetic energy of the steam which is at the leaving point of the blade, and the kinetic energy which is at the entrance of the blade. જ્યારે બ્લેડમાં એન્ટર થાય ત્યારે એની કાઇનેટિક એનર્જી અને જ્યારે બ્લેડમાંથી છૂટે ત્યારની એની એનર્જી. But here you have to consider the blade friction factor. That's why you have to calculate like CR2 square minus K into CR1 all into bracket house K into CR1 square, because here K into CR1 is the relative velocity of steam due to the kinetic energy which is gained from the previous stage, or sorry, previous nozzle. એટલે એ થઈ આ brown K CR1, and this total is the CR2, right? So here CR2 square minus K square CR1 square, right? That will gives you the amount of the kinetic energy increases in that section, and by that you can find out the CR2 by calculation, right? Here K square is nothing but the carryover factor. You can write here phi also, phi શું છે? K નો સ્ક્વેર છે, and that is because of the friction in the blade always. એટલે આપણે કેવું હોય છે કે જ્યારે ટર્બાઇન ના ન્યુમેરિકલ્સ કરતા હતા ત્યારે સ્ક્વેર ટર્મ નહોતી. Here it is simple ratio, but in case of the reaction turbine you can find out CR2 in terms of the kinetic energy difference. So CR2 square minus CR1 sorry K square
Sir, તમારો
CR1 square.
voice box
K square is the કટ થાય છે.
હા
હવે કદાચ થોડુંક નેટવર્ક સુધરી રહ્યું.
હા better.
Okay, now see, this purple line indicates the increment in velocity because of the expansion in the blade, right? Now let us go for the reaction enthalpy drop that will have. Stator means the moving blade. Sorry, stator is the fixed. The enthalpy drop per stage is divided into. Enthalpy drop is not a single in the fixed blade. Here enthalpy drop is also taken in the two steps. First is the stationary blade. It is that one term is that the degree of reaction, that is the amount of the expansion of steam in the moving blade. Or you can say moving blade divided by the total enthalpy drop. Total enthalpy drop means moving blade total enthalpy drop. So enthalpy drop in the moving blade by enthalpy drop in the summation of the fixed blade and moving blade means stage enthalpy drop. Rotor enthalpy drop ખ્યાલ આવે છે ને? Reply?
Yes sir.
Okay, so here rotor enthalpy drop. Here rotor enthalpy drop, and do you know the stage enthalpy drop? Stage term पे कहिए ત્યારે એક fixed blade અને particular status and if you say the rotor, it means it is particular for moving blades, right? So here enthalpy drop in the rotor by enthalpy drop in the stage means total enthalpy drop માં આનો કેટલો fraction છે, કેટલો portion છે rotor નો, right? That is called the degree of reaction. If we say it is 50% degree of reaction means total enthalpy drop in the stage, out of this total enthalpy drop, half of the drop is carried by the rotor and half of the enthalpy drop is carried by the fixed blades. that is for the 50% reaction turbine. That is also known as the Parsons turbine, right? And the most feature of that turbine is the symmetrical stator and rotor blades. आणि બંને blades સરખી દેખાય, right? Means the profiles are same. Now degree of reaction you can write here numerically delta H isentropic blade, here delta H isentropic of nozzle into delta H isentropic of blade. Here we are using term isentropic here because if we write here delta H B, delta H N plus delta H E and again multiplied with the nozzle efficiency, that will cancel out both sides, right? So ultimately we can write here delta H isentropic B and here total, right? Total stage. ખ્યાલ આવે છે? અહીંયા એફિશિયન્સીસ મલ્ટીપ્લાઇડ હોય છે, બંને કેન્સલ આઉટ થઈ ગયા, એટલે ઇક્વેશન આવું બની જાય.
હા right.
અને આઇસેન્ટ્રોપિક લેવાનો ફાયદો છે, we can calculate it by using the Mollier chart easily. બરાબર, easily તમે ડ્રો કરી શકો એટલે. Because from the pressure line you can find out the isentropic pressure enthalpy drop. બે પ્રેશરનો ડિફરન્સ હોય you can find out the enthalpy drop between expansion થાય, જો પ્રેશર ડિફરન્સ મળી જાય isentropic easily મળે even from the steam table, right? Now for impulse reaction turbine, sorry, impulse turbine, R equal to 0 means here is the plates पर कोई expansion ना 0 થઈ જાય, so that will become 0. The expansion take place only in the moving. They are only guide blades. Okay, આ નેટવર્ક જતું રહે છે પાછું વચ્ચે. હવે આવી ગયો?
હા સર, હવે અમુક બ્રેક થાય છે, હવે આવે છે.
જ્યારે બ્રેક થાય ને ત્યારે કહી દેવું, એટલે આ મોબાઈલ માંથી છે ને ઇન્ટરનેટ નો મીન્સ નેટવર્ક ના ટાવર થોડા ઓછા થઈ જાય છે, એટલે થાય છે. એટલે તમારે કહી દેવો એટલે મોબાઈલ સેટ કરી દઉં પાછો. ઘણી વાર છે ને નથી આવતું, ઘરની અંદર નેટવર્ક જતું રહે છે મારે. Okay, now for pure reaction turbine, you see here in pure reaction we can say when delta H isentropic blade is total enthalpy drop throughout the stage, means delta isentropic N becomes 0, means કે આમાં nozzles છે જ નહીં, fixed nozzles, ખાલી moving nozzles જ છે, right? So whatever force exerted on the blade, that is because of the reaction force of the blade, sorry, steam. અને એ સ્ટીમની જે રિએક્શન ફોર્સ બ્લેડ ઉપર લાગે છે એના ઉપરથી તમને મળે. મીન્સ here if that is 0, what happens, both value become similar, so that will become 1, right? So R equal to 1 generally advisable નથી. Impulse turbine picture માં છે, means they are working, but pure reaction turbines નથી હોતા generally. For impulse reaction turbine, it is between 1 and 0, right? So if the portion of the expansion of the steam in the blade increases, it will start from the 0, and 100% expansion take place in the blade only, no nozzles, then that will become 1, right? So expansion કેટલા portion માં કેટલું થાય છે એના ઉપરથી એનો degree of reaction છે. Means amount of the expansion, if it is 100% in the blade, that is pure reaction, and if there is no any expansion in the moving blades, that will be the 0 reaction, means the impulse turbine pure. Now your efficiency term again, nozzle efficiency. Now they are the blades, right? So કોઈ પણ blades હોય એની અંદર friction factor consider કરીએ K. So instead of K, we can write here K square. Instead of K square, we can write here phi, right? So that is the, you see, this is the outlet velocity square, and that is the inlet velocity square. આવું તમને દેખાય છે અહીંયા? Reply.
Yes, sir.
but this is not so simple. કોઈપણ nozzles માટે એનો inlet previous stage નો outlet બને. Is it right?
Right.
Right? હવે કોઈપણ પ્લેટ માટે ફિક્સ પ્લેટ છે એનો ઇનલેટ પ્રીવિયસ સ્ટેજ નો આઉટલેટ બને, બરાબર. હવે આઉટલેટ ની સાથે ફ્રિક્શન ફેક્ટર મલ્ટીપ્લાય કર દો, તો that will be k into c2 square. હવે કોઈપણ nozzles નો આઉટલેટ વેલોસિટી c1 square થઈ જાય, c1. So that will be the outlet. So here outlet velocity square minus inlet velocity square. That is for the fixed plates, right? So that is for the previous stage outlet, and that is for the recent stage outlet of the nozzle, fixed plate. So that will be the inlet of the moving blade, right? So the current stage no moving blade no inlet velocity છે અને આ previous stage ની outlet velocity છે, બરાબર. અને outlet velocity plates માં enter થાય અને plate માં જ્યારે move થઈને leave કરે ત્યાં સુધી મને friction નડશે વચ્ચે, તો ultimately C2 હશે એ K C2 થઈ જશે. હવે K C2 છે એનો square means K square C2 square થઈ ગયો. Instead of K square we can write here 5. So that will be 5 C2 square. That will be the inlet kinetic energy of the blade, actual inlet kinetic energy of the blade, and that is the outlet kinetic energy of the blade. So that will become a nozzle efficiency. Sorry, nozzle increasing in the kinetic energy in the fixed nozzle, right? A fixed nozzle ni kinetic energy આટલી increase થાય છે. Now enthalpy drop, right? Enthalpy drop જોઈ લો તમે આ. So it's a delta H isentropic in the nozzle. That is for the fixed plates. Here in the reaction turbine, fixed plates માટે nozzle water use થાય છે અને moving plates માટે blades use થાય છે. So here we can use nozzle for fixed plates and the blades for the moving nozzles, right? Fixed nozzle માટે nozzle use કરીશું અને moving nozzles માટે or moving plates માટે blades use કરીશું. So here c square by 2 kinetic energy difference by efficiency, that will be the nozzle efficiency, right? And if you want to write down the isentropic kinetic energy, isentropic enthalpy of the nozzle, that will now here equation. Clear? આ ખાસ ध्यान રાખજો, આમાં confusion ઘણાને create થાય છે. C2 કયો લેવાનો, C1 કયો લેવાનો, એ the nozzles only. Moving blades માટે એવો ઇશ્યુ નથી કેમ કે ત્યાં પિક્ચર ક્લિયર છે. Now you see that diagram, enthalpy versus entropy diagram. That vertical line indicates the isentropic expansion, and this is the actual expansion take place in the plate. So તમને actual enthalpy drop ઓછો મળે isentropic કરતા, એટલે તમારે એની enthalpy સાથે efficiency સાથે multiply કરવું પડે તો તમને મળે. So that is the total enthalpy drop in the stage. This is the enthalpy drop in the nozzles, and this is the enthalpy drop in the blades, right? So this plus this become total enthalpy drop. Same way here, isentropic enthalpy drop in the stator means the nozzles, and isentropic enthalpy drop in the blades. So આ થયું reaction turbine નો expansion diagram. Suppose it is the impulse turbine, તો આ P1 શું થઈ જશે, P2 જેટલો થઈ જશે. તો આ લાઈન ક્યાં શિફ્ટ થશે, અહીંયા. Means a P1 सीधो અહીંયા આવી જશે. So instead of P2, that will be P1 over here. Clear? So complete expansion take place in the nozzles only. અને જો 100% reaction turbine હોય તો P1 ક્યાં shift થશે, P0 side, right? તો શું થશે, expansion બધું શેમાં થાય છે, moving blades માં, right? So that is the case of pure impulse and pure reaction. હવે જેમ જેમ degree of reaction increase થાય એટલે P1 છે એ P0 થી start થાય અને shift થતું થતું કઈ બાજુ જાય, P2 side. So that P1 will shifted from P0 to P2 when degree of reaction will increases gradually. Clear? સમજાય છે HS diagram પરથી?
Yes, sir. Yes.
હા હા, તો degree of reaction જેમ જેમ increase કરતા જાઓ એમ તમને આ P1 shift થશે તમારો P0 થી લઈને P2 સુધી. Okay? ક્લિયર? તો P0 પર હોય ત્યારે ઇમ્પલ્સ ટર્બાઇન હોય, પછી જેમ જેમ વધતું જાય રિએક્શન રેટ, ડિગ્રી ઓફ રિએક્શન વધતું જાય, P2 સાઈડ P1 શિફ્ટ થશે. જ્યારે P2 ને ટચ થઈ જાય તો આ પ્યોર રિએક્શન ટર્બાઇન થઈ જાય. Now again the velocity diagram here, G point is indicate that this is the kinetic energy which comes from the previous stage or the expansion of the nozzle, fixed nozzle, and this is the amount of the velocity increment because of the expansion in the moving plates. એટલે જે kinetic energy moving plates માં increase થઈ એ portion G થી F સુધીનો છે. એટલે આ લાઈન આટલી ડ્રો થતી હતી એની જગ્યાએ હવે લાંબી ડ્રો થશે. Here, so that will be the outlet relative velocity of the steam from the moving plates. According to that, you can draw C2, right? આપણે ડાયાગ્રામમાં જોયું બી. Okay. Again, હવે velocity diagram પર ઇફેક્ટ કેવી આવે ડિગ્રી ઓફ રિએક્શન ની જુઓ. Suppose degree of reaction is greater than 50%. 50% થી મોટું છે, બરાબર? તો વેલોસિટી ડાયાગ્રામમાં જે VR2 છે એ બહુ લાંબુ થઈ જશે, કેમ કે V1 છે તેનો G પોઈન્ટ ક્યાં મળશે? અહીંયા ક્યાંક મળશે આ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર, આ લોકેશન ઉપર, અને આ પોર્શન છે એ આના કરતા મોટું છે. લેન્થ ઉપરથી ખ્યાલ આવશે, આ જે લેન્થ છે એનાથી આ લેન્થ વધારે છે. So that length indicates the relative velocity increment because of the expansion in the moving plates. So that if it is greater than this one, that will be the degree of reaction more than 50%. So that will become longer side, right? અને પછી તમે એના absolute components બનાવો તો આવી રીતના બનશે. તો આ abnormally આ બાજુ shift થાય છે. So here you see that inlet blade angle is very steep and outlet blade angle is near about 0, right? Second condition, if it is less than the 50%, here you see the component of the VR2 એ કદાચ અહીંયા સુધી હશે ને પછી અહીંયાથી થોડુંક degree of reaction વધતું હશે. So that will be the less than 50%, and you see that diagram is almost like symmetric area relative, but absolute velocity triangle કઈ બાજુ? આ બાજુ shift થશે. Absolute velocity lines, right? V1 and V2 એકદમ short થઈ જશે, right? This is the degree of reaction less than 50%, and this is the Parsons turbine diagram or the 50% reaction turbine. You see it is very symmetric diagram. આની અંદર એક ખૂબી છે Parsons turbine or 50% reaction turbine. Always you find the V1 equal to VR2 and V2 equal to VR1. આ બંને સરખા થશે. જો આવી રીતના ઓપોઝિટ સરખા થાય તો એના એંગલ પણ તમને એવી રીતના મળશે. શું મળશે તમને? alpha1 equal to beta2 and beta1 equal to alpha2. આવું ખ્યાલ આવશે ડાયાગ્રામ ઉપરથી? જોઈ શકાય છે? આ થોડુંક ઇન્ટરેસ્ટિંગ છે એટલે મજા આવશે. હવે આ તમને જો ખ્યાલ આવે તો તમે ન્યુમેરિકલ સોલ્વ કરી શકો. યુ જસ્ટ પુટ P1 equal to VR2 simply and angle alpha1 equal to beta2. એટલે આનો એબ્સોલ્યુટ એંગલ થયો જે આનો બ્લેડ એંગલ બની ગયો. નોઝલ એંગલ of the stationary, see આનો એક જ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ છે, all the blades are identical. જો આઇડેન્ટિકલ બ્લેડ્સ હોય સ્ટેટર અને રોટરની, તો સ્ટેટરની ઇનલેટ એંગલ એ રોટરનો પણ ઇનલેટ એંગલ સરખો થશે, રાઈટ? સ્ટેટર ઇનલેટ એંગલ એ એકચ્યુઅલી કેવો થાય કે પ્રીવિયસ સ્ટેજનો આઉટલેટ એંગલ બન્યો હોય એબ્સોલ્યુટ વેલોસિટીનો, રાઈટ? સો ધેટ વિલ બી ધી alpha2. alpha2 શું થશે? beta1 થઈ ગયો મૂવિંગ પ્લેટનો, રાઈટ? હવે નોઝલનો આઉટલેટ એંગલ એ બ્લેડનો પણ આઉટલેટ એંગલ સરખો હશે. તો નોઝલ આઉટલેટ એંગલ that is alpha1 and blade no outlet angle છે beta2. Both are identical, so that indicates the identical blade geometry in case of the Parsons turbine. Is it right? Or say, is it clear? જો આવું
Yes, sir.
થાય, if angles are identical, then from the velocity diagram you can see here V1 equal to VR2 magnitude wise, and VR1 equal to V2, right? So accordingly you can get U, rotor speed, again, right? So there are some facts about the Parsons turbine. It's widely used, 50% reaction, mean diameter of stage. It's mainly it's required the same, and you see that each row are identical, whether it is the stator or rotor, right? For each stage, even velocity ratio K in each row are the same. Since the blades are identical, so its friction factor is also identical, and due to that uniform velocity U, absolute velocity V1, V2, and relative velocity VR2 are the same for each and pair of the blade in each stage. Now, from the diagram, you see here C1 equal to CR2 and C2 equal to CR1. But આવું તમને એનાલિટિકલી પ્રૂવ કરવું હોય તો કેવી રીતના કરાય? જો પહેલા કંડિશન મૂકીએ કે C1 equal to CR2 અને C2 equal to CR1, ઇક્વેશન્સ માં કંડિશન મૂકી દઈએ અને જો આપણને ડેલ્ટા H R equal to 0.5 મળી જાય તો એ શું થઈ ગયું? If we put C1 equal to CR2 and C2 equal to CR1, that satisfies that R equal to 0.5, right? So now let us consider the equations. Nozzle efficiency. આપણે આગળથી જોયું C1 square minus 5C2 square by 2 delta H isentropic. કેટલા વાગ્યા છે? ટાઈમ જતો ના રહે આપણો.
8 minutes છે sir, થઈ જશે.
Okay. So here, this is the 5. એક મિનિટ attendance લઈ લઈએ. આ બાજુ માથાકૂટ બીજી બધી વધારે છે. Okay. Now, say this is here phi, that is nothing but the K square, and this is the equation of the nozzle efficiency. આની અંદર કોઈ doubt હોય તો પૂછી લો. કેમ કે એક ને એક વસ્તુ explain નહીં કરું. Doubt હોય તો. Now for the blades. હવે પ્લેટ્સ માટે આઉટલેટ વેલોસિટી શું થશે? CR2 square by 2. CR2 square. Kinetic energy is a CR2 square by 2, right? Now what will be the inlet kinetic energy for the nozzles? Actually nozzles માટે inlet kinetic energy કઈ કહેવાશે? See, moving blades માટે kinetic energy or say inlet velocity CR1 થાય, of course થાય, બરાબર? But because of the blade friction, that is reduced by the K, so that is KCR1. Now that KCR1 will be the inlet of the nozzle, right? Where આ kinetic energy the steam nozzle ની inlet ના parameter માં આવશે. So that kinetic energy means that include the K, so that's here K square CR1 square, and outlet will be the CR2 square. So by subtracting these two, you get the kinetic energy difference, CR2 square minus K square CR1 square by 2. And again, if you multiply with the nozzle efficiency, so that will be the actual kinetic energy change. So that will be enthalpy drop isentropically here. આ ડિવાઇડ કર્યું છે એટલે તમને actual મળી જશે, બરાબર? આઇસેન્ટ્રોપિક જે છે આ અત્યારે actual છે, sorry, because here we are considering the K square, and here if we divide with the nozzle efficiency, that will be the isentropic here total, right? કેમ કે આપણે રિવર્સ માં જઈએ છે, kinetic energy ઉપરથી blade ની enthalpy drop find out કરીએ છીએ reverse form માં. So here we have to divide with the nozzle efficiency, so that will be the isentropic value here. So ultimately that equation become this one, because we put here CR2 square equal to C1 square and CR1 square equal to C2 square. So that will become here again. So you can write here delta H isentropic nozzle equal to delta H isentropic of fluid. Means के बनने enthalpy drop सरखा सरखा है, right? So if you put that in the equation, that degree of reaction equation, both are same. So that is 2 into delta H isentropic B. Both are cancelled out, so it is 1 by 2. So here you can write R equal to 0.5. Clear? સમજાય છે ને?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ઓકે ઓકે, હવે મને ખાલી એટલું કહો કે જેટલા આ લેક્ચરમાં નથી આયા, હવે એ બધા નેક્સ્ટ લેક્ચરમાં આગળ જોશે તો શું હાલત થશે એ લોકોની?